Hello, myself Dr. Humaira. I am from BT Arts, Science and Commerce College for Women. My topic is hormones of posterior pituitary gland. As you know, the posterior pituitary gland is the gland which is also known as neurohypophysis, and it releases or it received ready-made hormones from hypothalamus. Thus, posterior pituitary hormone region is nothing but the storage area, not a endocrine gland. So here in the posterior part, only two different groups of hormones are present. One group manufacture antidiuretic hormone and other oxytocin. Both are located within the hypothalamus. Their products are transported within axons along the infundibulum to the posterior pituitary. Antidiuretic hormone and oxytocin, each composed of 9 amino acids, are almost identical. They differ in only two amino acids, yet they have very different physiological effects on their target organs. Antidiuretic hormone influences body water balance, whereas oxytocin stimulates the contraction of smooth muscle, particularly that of the uterus and breast. Antidiuretic hormone is helpful for the urine production. It is a substance that inhibits or prevents urine formation. Antidiuretic hormone is released in response to stimuli such as rise in concentration of electrolytes in the blood or fall in blood volume or pressure. The primary function of it is to decrease the amount of water lost at the kidney. With losses minimized, any water absorbed from the digestive tract will be retained, reducing the concentration of electrolytes. Antidiuretic hormone also causes the constriction of peripheral blood vessels, which helps to increase blood pressure. At high blood concentration, this hormone causes vasoconstriction under certain conditions such as severe blood loss. Exceptionally large amount of ADH is released, thus in turn causes a rise in systemic blood pressure. The alternately name for this hormone is also called vasopressin, which reflects this particular effect. The next hormone secreted by the posterior pituitary gland is nothing but the oxytocin. It is a strong stimulant of uterine contraction, is released in significantly higher amounts during childbirth and in nursing women. The number of oxytocin receptors in the uterus peaks near the end of pregnancy, and uterine smooth muscle becomes more and more sensitive to the stimulatory effects of oxytocin. The hypothalamus responds by synthesizing oxytocin and release from the neurohypophysis. As blood level of oxytocin rise, the contraction of labor gain momentum and finally end in birth. Oxytocin also acts at the hormonal trigger for milk ejection in women whose breasts are actively producing milk in response to prolactin. In male, oxytocin stimulates the smooth muscle contraction in the wall of prostate gland. This action may be important in ejection of prostatic secretion, spermatozoa, and secretion of other glands into the male reproductive tract before ejaculation occurs. So these two hormones are secreted by posterior pituitary gland, helpful for maintaining the regulation of the water, maintenance of the functions of the kidney, and next one is helpful for the labor gain and helpful during the birth. So thank you very much.